Alright folks, I'm excited. So it's opening day of gun season and I'm on public property where it's shotgun and muzzleloader only. I'm using my muzzleloader just because the effective range of my muzzleloader is a little bit longer than my shotgun. I saw a little bitty buck this morning. He was tall and I only saw him for a second, but he definitely wasn't wide enough. And I sat in the blind till about almost 10 o'clock. Then I started, it was still kind of cloudy and overcast. See if you can kind of see. Still cloudy and overcast. But I got up and started walking around. And I was walking down the trail. There was a buck crossing the trail in front of me. He was literally almost all the way across the trail, about to disappear into the brush again. Didn't get a chance to count points. I just saw he was wide enough. So I did the meh thing and he stopped. And I had about 2 seconds to shoot. And so it was about a 75 or 80 yard shot offhand with a muzzleloader. So definitely not a guaranteed shot by any means. But it felt decently good for being an offhand shot, you know, at a buck that was walking and just stopped. About a 2 second shot, so I had to make my decision fast, no time to count points or anything. But that was about five or 6 minutes ago. I'm still kind of amped up a little bit, but I'm gonna wait just probably about 10-15 more minutes just in case he's wounded and lying down back there or something. I'm gonna wait a little bit, then I'm gonna go start looking for blood. Bright red blood. Yeah, this blood's really bright. I think I got him in the lungs. Alright, I'm excited. This is actually the first buck I've shot at on public land. I shot at a hog with a bow a couple weeks ago, and it was a long shot, and it wasn't a great shot. But got up looking for this buck, and there's just a real heavy blood trail, so I'm pretty sure I got him. I'm kind of excited. Yeah, check out this blood. A little bit there, a little bit there, all over. Oh, he's hit pretty good. Looks like he's hit through the lungs. It's bright red. More, just solid trail. Oh, I think I see him. Let's go check it out. That Hornady 250 grain 50 caliber muzzleloader bullet absolutely did its job. All right, there he is. He's not huge, but definitely a legal buck, definitely wide enough. Kind of a goofy buck, 2 on one side, 4 on the other. So, kind of weird, but I mean, definitely a good sized body. What's crazy is that I shot him, I don't know if you can see those sticks right there. I shot him over there. He basically ran down this way, kind of staggered here. There's just blood everywhere. And then he collapsed right here. What's crazy about this is in my scouting, look at this. That's my trail camera. He literally fell right in front of my trail camera. I might have some pictures on the camera of this buck's last moments. So this is my first buck on public land. So I'm really excited because I've been out here scouting and just hunting hard. And I've talked about it in some of my vlogs. Like, my strategy for public land is just go as far back in the property as you can. Just find the place where most people would stop and keep on going. And that's what I did, and that's exactly where I found this buck. He's not huge, but man, I'm proud of it because I shot him with a muzzleloader, freehand, while I was walking. I jumped him up, he was standing there, and I just got it right through the lungs. Lots of blood. He died quick, didn't suffer. And it's just a real good, healthy deer, and my first buck on public land. So I'm excited. I had hiked all the way back in here, you know, to find a good spot. I woke up about 3 o'clock this morning to drive out here, hiked in the dark, got all set up, sat in the blind for a while, then got up and started moving slowly, and there he was. But that also means I'm way back here. I'm at least a half a mile from the road. So now the work begins, dragging this guy out. All right, so I am hiking back to my truck now. I'm gonna get some nylon straps to pull this guy out. I'm actually gonna put on my climbing harness, that way I can kind of pull with my whole body instead of breaking my back dragging him. Also, I'm kind of at the very bottom of a steep hill, and there's another entrance to this property that I think is a little bit closer. It's uphill either way, of course. So one of my favorite things about this hunt, I knew there were deer kind of down in this low spot. I had hiked down there months ago and scouted, seen a lot of deer sign. I hung a camera there. I'd gotten a couple pictures of deer, but I don't think I ever got this one on camera. I got some little bucks that would not have been big enough to take. This guy was not huge, but definitely the rack was legal and big-bodied deer. But never saw this one on camera, which was interesting. But also the wind was just out of a completely goofy direction. So I actually hiked in from a completely different direction than I normally come from. Hunted from a little bit of a different area. Got in my spot and rattled a little bit. And then I don't think he came directly to the rattle, because it was probably about 20-25 minutes before this guy showed up, but I absolutely think the rattling brought him in the area. He was just, you know, not real aggressive about it, but it's why you just do it right. You pull out all the tools. The wind was out of a different direction, so I came in a different way, sat in a different spot, and it worked out. There he was.